Do you need to supply fresh crickets to your ant colonies? Well, they need to be very healthy and are critical for the growth of your colony. Or perhaps you need to supply crickets to your reptiles. Well, today what we're going to do is have a look at the cricket box by Reptile One, see what it's all about and how to keep your crickets healthy using one. So today I'm going to be showing you this cricket box from Reptile One. If you go over to their website, there's a lot of really good products on there that you can check out. And if you scroll down, you'll notice on their front page there's a section there for the cricket boxes. Today I'm looking at the small one, but you can see it comes in 3 different sizes and it has a fair bit of information down here as well, just so you know what sort of size cricket box you will be getting, what to expect. So there's a lot of good things and features that come along with using a cricket box and keeping them nice and fresh and healthy and happy. Now on the website you'll also find this guide to the cricket box. This really helps you with some vital information about it, but also how to assemble and set it up as well. It's a little bit different depending on if you get the small, medium or large, but it's very intuitive and easy to put together. And there's some really good advice inside there for keeping crickets. So a really nice resource to have right on their website. Okay, let's begin with having a look at what's inside the Reptile One box. So the lid, you can see all the ventilation, you've got a clear lid to look in and a nice big open area that you can extract crickets if you need to, but there is another little additional thing there as well. Inside here we've got some tubing and some little dishes as well. Fairly basic setup, but it will make sense when it's all put together for you. So first of all, let's have a look at these cricket hide tubes, which are basically where your crickets are going to live when they're inside the box. So these are 2 black tubes. You'll notice there's a cap on one end and the other end is completely open. And these are completely empty, as you can see. A few little grooves inside so your crickets can climb up inside there. But that's basically where they hide, somewhere nice and secure, they feel safe and nice and dark as well. Now on the small box here, you see these little trapdoors. This is where these tubes actually slide in. And I'll show you how to do that. And basically, all you're getting is that tube, put the cap on one end, and what you need to do is just insert it straight into the box through these little trapdoors. On the larger size cricket boxes, they're actually through the roof, but on the smaller one here, it's actually through the plastic sides. Like so, very easy. And as you can see, there's no gaps around that at all. No crickets can escape through that, but they can easily crawl up inside this tube like so. So this particular one, it comes with two of these, and on the opposite side you've got another trapdoor like so. Now just forgive the rockiness of this one, I've actually broken off one of the legs on the bottom of this container. But there you go, slide them both in and you've already set up where the crickets are going to hide. Now the next thing that we're going to look at are these 2 dishes that come with the cricket box. Now one is for feeding, so putting in some fresh vegetables and the such, the guide can help you with that. And the other one has a sponge like this inside, which is for the water. So you can wet that, put those trays in the bottom, and then the crickets have somewhere to drink and somewhere to eat as well. Now they've got this little ramp so they can easily get up inside into these feeding and watering dishes. So what I'm going to do is just put some fresh vegetables in here. You can also buy certain food to feed your crickets, to gut load them, so to speak. But I'm going to give them some nice fresh vegetables here that they can munch on. Basically anything you're feeding your crickets is going to end up being nutrients for your ant colony or your reptiles or whatever you're using these crickets for, and essential to have that sponge ready to go. Now where do you put them? Well, it's quite easy. You're really dropping these just into the bottom. In the small version, there's not a lot of room in there, but that's okay. You don't need too much room. They'll clamber over everything. So I'm going to put the first one in here. Now I did notice that I did actually put it the wrong way round because you want that ramp for them to be able to get up into it. And you notice I get that right with the water one, like so, and then you can just basically slide back in the little cricket home like so, and there's plenty of room for them to be able to crawl up into their tubing. Makes nicer sense, and it's a very clean operation. Once you've completed this, you can just go ahead and clip the lid back on, and it's ready to go. What you're going to need now though is some crickets to add to it. Now what I use, I've just gone to Pet Barn for my crickets, but you can go to most pet shops and get these crickets in various sizes. I use the small ones because for my ant species, obviously you don't want anything too big. Now I've kept them in these containers before for a long time, but what I want to do is try out this cricket box, give them a little bit more room and hopefully make them last a little bit longer and less die off as well. And I think this will be really nice to do this. So what I'm going to do is attempt to tip them in here. This is probably the trickiest part. These containers come with a little lid like this that pairs back like so, sort of on a bit of a hinge there, and cut so you can easily tip things in like this. So I'm going to attempt a little bit of a tip in, but we'll see how we go. A few little crickets sliding out, which is good, but a lot are going to hide under that cardboard. So let's have a go at extracting it. Extracting all of the crickets and getting them across, and hopefully we don't have too many running away on us. Just remember to be nice and gentle when you are transferring these crickets over. You don't want to damage any of them, and you'll have a few little stragglers run away, but you can easily, if you've got a nice clean area to do this, you can easily pick them up and put them back in there. And you can see all of the crickets just running into the little cricket box. Look at that. Fantastic. For your reptiles, for your ants, it definitely is essential to have some really good, fresh, healthy protein to feed to them, because it's just going to make it much better for them. Their growth, the growth of your ant larvae, especially species like Myrmecia, the bull ants, they need plenty of protein for their brood. Okay, once you have put all of the crickets across, then you can just clip that lid back on. And as we have a look there, I've dropped a few of the pallets as well that were in the plastic container that I bought them in. But you can see them all there, nice and happy, climbing over each other, trying to get to that fresh water and those vegetables as well, already quite interested in that. And they'll work their way up into those tubes to hide out and to keep themselves nice and safe. But a really nice addition, just apart from keeping them in those plastic containers where you may buy your crickets, these little cricket boxes really do mean that they're going to live a lot longer for you, be a lot fresher, and a lot less of those die-offs that you may have, that I certainly have found in those containers if you have them for too long. Now what the design is for is these tubes can easily be extracted, and then you can drop crickets into your enclosure for whatever pets you are keeping. It's not a bad way to do it, sometimes going in through the lid as well. I found that is quite an easy way to extract your crickets out and to be able to feed them to your pets. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at the cricket box by Reptile One. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel and you'll get early access to videos, behind the scenes information, and plenty of other perks on different levels as well. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And a massive thank you to my wonderful Patreons for your support. Thank you, Acito Gordo 25, Gordon C, Ant Nation, The Dragon Bloom, Scooter 213, Serena, and Terry S. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. There's a video there recommended for you, and one that I picked I think you might really enjoy. As always, happy ant keeping.